Hello, this is GF LaserBolt from GamerFusion.com, and I know a lot of you guys have asked me, Laser, can you please show us how to do the 1-orb strategy with Golgoroth? You know, the challenge mode. There's a lot of different strategies. There's people that have a 2-orb strategy, there's people who have a 6-orb strategy, and there's a bunch of strategies, but I find this one to be the easier because it's a little bit more manageable. As long as everybody knows what they're doing, it should be very easy and smooth to go. You could even go up to, you know, mess up and do like 4 runs and kill them in 4 runs, even in 5 runs, as long as you just maintain the cycle. So, what's going to happen? Everything is going to work similar to the 1-orb strategy. So, we're going to do, someone's going to get his gaze, you drop down, you do the DPS, and everything stays the same until the part where you have to get his gaze. So, what you're going to want to do is separate players in different numbers. So, you're going to want to separate the number 1, 3, and 5 on the left hand side, assign them the number and tell them, okay, you're 1, you're 3, and 5, go to the left, and then assign player 2, 4, and 6 to the right hand side. So once you have those numbers assigned and everybody knows their numbers, what you're going to do is player number 1 is going to be the first one to get his gaze. Once that player gets his gaze, then the Titan will go drop down, place the bubble, everybody starts DPSing him. Now, player number 1 has a very key role, because it's going to be very beneficial for player number 2. So, what I mean by that is, player number 2 has the option to drop down and DPS him. If you drop down and DPS him, you'll probably get a couple shots off, but you're going to have to be quick and hop on there when the player count goes down. You know, when the person that has the first player that has his gaze is telling you 10, 9, 8, you're going to have to be very quick to jump up top and get his gaze. So it's going to be dependent on how clutch player number 2 is. Player number 2 is the one that has a little bit more of the stress, just because he has the option of either dropping down, you know, providing a super for his teammates, or actually getting some DPS before he actually, you know, jumps up top and gets his gaze. Or if you just don't want to go ahead and, you know, worry about, you know, getting DPS or providing anybody with the super, then you could just automatically stay on the top and shoot him and just wait for the player number 1 to tell you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Then you shoot his back like around 4 or 3, and then Golgoroth will turn around and he will start shooting you. So this is where it becomes very easy, because once you get his gaze, just say, I got his gaze. As player number 2 say, I got his gaze. Then player number 3, which is on the left hand side, will shoot him. Golgoroth will spin around. Player number 4, who is on the right hand side, will shoot him. And then player number 5, who's on the left hand side, will shoot him. And Golgoroth will turn around. And the last player, player number 6, will automatically shoot him, and Golgoroth will turn around. All you gotta do is work as a team, shoot the bubbles that are gonna be chasing player number 6, because those do tend to be a pain. You know, just make sure you guys team shoot the pretty much the orbs and clear out the ads. So once again, that's round 1. Once you've done that, you're gonna be focusing on round 2. Once again, clear all the ads and do it all over. Just pretty much very, very simple. Player number 1, you know, is gonna be ready to get his gaze. Everybody clears all the ads. So the person on the right hand side will go ahead and grab his attention. Player number 1 on the left side will shoot his gaze. Once he gets his gaze, everybody jumps down. The bubble gets popped. Everybody shoots him. And player number 2 could either stay back up top or go down and provide a super or DPS him. And that is how you do the 1-orb strategy. So let's go ahead and take a so you guys can see how it's looking in the video. One thing I also want to emphasize and mention is, after you, if you're player number 2, after you clear the orb and the player number 3 gets it, just make sure you guys stay back with player, if you guys are on the right hand side or on the left hand side, make sure you guys just provide a little bit of coverage for the other people that are getting the gaze. The reason is because there's either going to be a taken round, or you're going to get thrall kind of spawning. Just make sure you guys go ahead and provide enough cover fire for them, because they're going to be getting the gates and kind of focusing on the little spheres that Golgoroth shoots. So just make sure you guys go ahead and provide a good cover for after you've done your gaze. So after player number 1 gets his gaze, then he could help out the rest of his teammates to kill those orbs. After player number 2 gets his gaze, he can help the rest of his teammates. Just pretty much provide support for the rest of your teammates. What I would recommend is, you definitely have to have 1 Titan to do this strategy. I would probably try to have 2 Titans, just for the reason in case, you know, someone doesn't have their bubble. You could pretty much kill him on 2 runs, as long as you have, basically this is what you would do if you want to do a 2-run run. You're going to definitely have to have a bubble. You're going to have the melting pot, and you will have to have a tether and time that all perfectly, because remember, the only thing that stacks up is the bubble and the melting pot, those two stack together. But you could also do a tethered, but you're gonna have to time those. So pretty much, you'll place the bubble, get the weapons of light. Either you do the melting pot, wait for the melting pot to die, and then tether, or you could tether and then do the melting pot. But you cannot stack up the melting pot or the tether because they will not stack up together. But you could get them with just 2 runs if you guys do those consecutive. So if you have 2 hunters, 2 titans, you could do 3. Well, you could actually do 3 hunters and 3 titans. So you could do 2 titans, 2 hunters, and have the rest warlocks, or you could mix and match whatever you want to do. But that's pretty much what you could do. You can just go ahead and make sure you guys have as melting pot, tether, and bubble. Remember, tether and melting pot don't stack up. So like I said, after this, all you're gonna have to do is just do it all over. Like, it took us, I believe it was three runs, because we did this 3 times. So actually, we did this twice. It took us, I believe, 3 runs the first time, and then 4 runs the second time. Pretty much, when I say runs, that means we had to cycle Golgoroth 4 times. But that's because you got to make sure when you use your supers, and just make sure you have your supers. Supers are going to be very important when you do that. So as you see right there, I knocked the orb on the front. Now all I'm waiting for is for my, the teammate that's across, just to let me know, hey, I got his gaze. There's 5, 4, 3, 2. Get his gaze. You shoot him in the back, his big mucus-looking thing in the back. And as you guys see, the tethers right there, and just got ready for the spheres. But he just goes automatically down. He dies. He's like, oh, I can't take it. I'm gonna die. So that's pretty much, guys, how you do it. And once you guys get that completed, you guys should be able to do the 1-orb strategy. All you have to do is just make sure you clear the rest of the spheres that are coming at you, and you guys are pretty much able to complete it. Well, guys, I hope this video was helpful and informative. If it was, make sure you guys leave a comment and like. Also share it if you guys feel if you're trying to run like a LFG or trying to run a team, just make sure you guys go ahead and just let them know. Check out the video so everybody can be in sync and know what they're doing. And don't forget, guys, for all things Destiny, head over to GamerFusion.com, where we empower your gaming.